This is a message for the creative, the artist, the dreamer. Yeah, that means you. Here's the thought, the idea, the memo to oneself. Burnout. Creative burnout is real, and it happens to the best of us. I was able to greatly reduce this experience once I figured out these important tips that I want to share with you. If you can marinate on these ideas, it will likely help you avoid getting stuck in those ruts. So let's get right into it. The thought came to me this week while I was out camping with my family. The reception wasn't great, or maybe it was great because it didn't work, so I put my phone down. As creatives, we fall into this rut of producing and creating work at a pace that can become unsustainable. We put expectations on ourselves. If you're anything like me, those expectations can become enormous. They're unrealistic and, to be honest, probably not helping the situation. Fast forward this routine without any breaks, giving yourself grace, or remembering what this is all about, and it's a recipe for disaster. How do we keep showing up as creatives? Finding our why is one of the most crucial components to making good work and being able to show up time and time again. It informs our intentions, it gives our art purpose. We must find our why. Without it, we can feel lost. For me, my why comes in several forms. A camera gives me an excuse and the courage to strike up a conversation, meet new and interesting people. I have more experiences and I create more opportunities for myself when I have a camera on me. Think about this. When we're kids, we just do things because we can. There's no reasoning or logic. You just look up a hill and think, hey, I want to go run up that hill. And we do it as kids simply because. But as we get older, we start to rationalize. If I go up that hill, I'll get tired. There's no need or reason to go up there. There's no purpose or reward. But with a camera, it makes me a kid again. I get more curious and adventurous, and I do more things just because I can. Or can I say, because I need to? This leads me to my bigger why. Why do I photograph and make the art that I do? I see the world differently through art, and the results help me better understand my relationship and broaden my understanding of the world, and it makes the world make more sense to me. There was this interview with David Bowie that I saw some time ago, and there was something that he said that I will always remember and how much it resonated with me. He shared, "Always remember the reason that you initially started working was that there was something inside yourself that you felt that if you could manifest it in some way, you would understand yourself and how you coexist with the rest of society." It can be really difficult to find a good work-life balance. I've spent hundreds of hours reading books on personal development, self-help, and other topics for highly productive individuals. So I can tell you that there's one clear message that shouldn't be overlooked, and that is our time management. It's so important that we balance our time working as a creative and also allow time for ourselves to give attention to all the other needs and relationships in our lives. I have a bit of an obsessive personality, and I can go down that rabbit hole very easily on a personal project. So I'm constantly balancing that tendency to be sure to not lose sight of all the other things that matter. Sometimes, like this, when I'm out camping here in the woods, I'm reminded how important it is to slow down and give ourselves a break from all the distractions and other things demanding our attention that don't seem to leave us alone. Rest is part of the creative process. The work will still be there tomorrow. Be sure to take scheduled breaks. Get outside, move your body, put your toes in the water. Here's the other thing. If you're feeling stuck in a rut, sometimes trying something different can be refreshing and help stoke that fire. If you're a landscape photographer, have you thought about shooting a portrait series? Or if you've ever been curious about, painting or some other discipline, sketching, lean into that for a minute. Experimenting with different approaches and different styles can break the monotony and the routine that might have gotten you stuck in the first place. And this leads me to the last thing I wanted to share with you in closing. That is to go back to when you started. Remember why you first picked up a camera. What was it? What inspired you to start your photography journey? Think about how and what you photographed then and compared it to now. For me, I photographed with less inhibitions and less expectations of myself, for sure. I was new. I had no idea what results I would get. I was just curious about learning. And I wasn't afraid to try anything, so the stakes couldn't have been any lower. I try to keep that spirit in mind, and it's good to revisit what it was like when you started. If you can keep that grace with you, be carefree, have forgiveness and curiosity, and layer that into the skill set you've built, I think you're setting yourself up for growth. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this message and you'll take it with you. I'll see you next Friday, and until then, stay curious and keep clicking.